Okay, this one's going to be a dual colour. We're going to go, and it's going to be an odd size. This will be a challenge to size it. So this one's going to go, it's red, mostly it's shades of red and grey, red and black. So we're going to go black and yellow first. So this will be a challenging one size-wise. So let's see, the enlargement's going to be really difficult. Oh well, it's a challenge. Oh fuck, there goes the Konica Minolta trademark. The stupid scrolly system that just overreacts. It doesn't properly. The tabs were a lot better, Konica Minolta, on the old C353. If you've been watching my fucking YouTube videos for that long. And this is shit, Konica. You're fucking shit. You make shit anyway. You're too much into the money and the greed. You don't care about the customer or the fucking product. You're totally fucked, and now we can't even use the fucking contrast because the brightness. Well, we're just going to leave. I don't know, this is stupid Konica Minolta shit. Honestly, you know, if you had half a fucking brain, Konica Minolta, you'd be designing for the people, not for the fucking money that you can get for being assholes in the industry. You fucking idiots. So let's see how we can make this one look. Well, we've got to enlarge it, but we're going to just guesstimate it. So it is a label off some shoes. So I found this label. It's a found label, so we're going to use this on the glass. We're going to make it, see how big it's going to be. It's probably going to be a bit narrow for for 400% even, so I might have to push it down. We'll have to see how it goes, but we're going to make it 400% vertically and horizontal. We're going to make it a bit bigger than 200, so that's not too bad, I suppose. So we're going to make it 200 and it's going to be 230. I think we're going 230 for the horizontal. And let's see how this goes. See if we can make this piece of Konica Minolta shit actually dance, so to speak. See if we can make it do something good. Even though it's a piece of shit, even though it's not designed for the customers at heart. And then you've got stabilizing image prompt. We're going to wait. That takes a little bit of time, but it's, you know, that's how Konica Minolta rigged these fucking machines. Nothing much has changed on when it comes to how things work. It's just the shape of things, so you can't use spare parts from this and put them into another different machine. That's like the C353, which you hear me talking about. But anyway, that's interesting. The yellows come up nice. We've made it a bit too far horizontally, and yeah, this it can only go so far with the 400%. Did we actually have? Yeah, we have 400% on the wrong axes. We did the wrong thing. We should put 400% on the Y, right? 400 on the Y. I thought that was a bit strange. And gonna make it 230 on the horizontal. That was how we were meant to do it. Let's see how it works this time. Sometimes talking about this stupid Konica Minolta stuff is really bad for my concentration. So you can imagine an office person dealing with a nasty boss trying to tell them to get their shit done, and their fucking machine keeps bamboozling them and making them annoyed. But anyway, 400 can only go up so far, so I'm going to try and centre it. Now this is too far across. We're nearly there. So we're going to go, got this sunlight again. I've got this problem with our lighting here. It's okay. Let's just go and take this, and we're going to make it a nicer positioning. We're just going to give it a little bit more. Should be pretty much it at the back, and we're just going to take this horizontal total and we're going to reduce it a bit smaller. So we're going to make it maybe 225 instead of 230. So let's see if we can get this happening. Okay, let's see how this goes. Finish, and hit start. This is the 3-step Konica Minolta photocopy sequence, you could call it, which is a bit dumb, but that's Konica Minolta. Only cares about the money and not the fucking product and the people and the environment. So that looks a bit better. We could move it down a bit and we could still reduce this, but it looks pretty good so far. So let's see what we can do. We can just take this and just ever so slightly move it. I know we're just photocopying that bit there. So let's see if we can make it look even a better size. So we're just going here, and we're going to go, and we're going to take it from 225, and we'll make it 200, and we're going to go 219, so we're not going to go quite 220. So it looks like we're doing 219 for the X. See if we can get this to fit nicely. And then we'll bang off the other 2 colours in this sequence. But the yellow's come up a treat, which takes the place of the red. And let's see if we've made this a lot better. We've pushed it down a little bit too far. Maybe if we push it up a bit and then maybe reduce it a bit. It still looks pretty good. We're just going to go a bit further with it. We're just going to get a little bit pedantic about it. We just moved it up again. It's just so fractional. So I'm wondering if maybe this could be the last go. We might hopefully get a good result. So we're just going to get out of that, and we're just going to get in, and we're going to make it 200, and we're going 200, and I think 218 sounds like a good size. So let's see how we go. See if we've got it right or close enough to right. We don't want to get too fussy, I suppose, but hey, I like to do things really nicely. I don't like doing things half-assed, even though I sometimes do, like anyone. So no one's perfect in this world. I'm not. I want to do what is right by mankind. One day I'll be designing an artificially intelligent photocopier, along with my future husband Luigi. I've got brain damage that I acquired at birth, and my short-term memory has been damaged. My hippocampus, which is the part of the brain that converts short-term memory into long-term memory, has been damaged also, and I can't learn and I can't study and do all the things I need to do because I want to become a CEO of a future photocopier company, and I want to become a scientist, and I can't do it with this disability, and I can't even work in a normal job. I have to accept, well, if you're not in Australia, we've got a social security safety net called Centrelink. That's what I'm relying on, Centrelink Disability Support Pension. But I'm hoping that one day I won't have a disability, and one day I'll be able to give back all that money that I took from Centrelink and basically give it back to the public. But basically it's going to be a lot more than that, because I'm hoping when we build the best photocopier in the world, which uses artificial intelligence, and also the actual chassis, or not chassis, the hardware, should I say, sorry. The hardware will last 60 years instead of 5 years like this one. And basically it's going to be a photocopier that's environmentally friendly as well as a pleasure to use. And I'm probably going to be earning billions of dollars from it. And I want to give most of my billions away. So the amount of money I earn on Centrelink is nothing but a drop in the ocean compared to what I'll be earning in the future. And I want to give back to society. I want to give back to the planet. I want to make people who are unfortunate like myself and others, I want to give them money and keep people off the street. I'm very fortunate to be living in a housing department unit at the moment. Otherwise, I'd be on the street. And I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful I've got this disability support pension. But one day I want to fly to new heights, and one day the technology will be available for my brain that'll basically be it will be a quantum computer, and it'll help fix those parts that I mentioned, and there's other parts I do believe that are faulty as well. but the ones I notice most for learning are the short-term memory and the hippocampus. And I also have problems with comprehension and a load of other shit. So I really want to make this planet a happy place for people. I want people to have a really top-notch product instead of this shit. And basically, I want people to, how should I put it, to enjoy the experience of using an artificially intelligent photocopier and not having to replace the equipment until 60 years has elapsed, and then we strip it down for recycling, and we make sure almost everything as much as we can, and we've got to engineer it into the machine. We've got to make I don't know how much we can make it recyclable, but it's got to be close to 100%, very close. Because I'm a perfectionist, I don't want any minerals or hazardous chemicals leaching into the environment. I want everything to be recycled, or as close to everything as possible to be recycled, and basically put back into new products like future photocopiers and whatever. But basically, I want to make a heap of science fair experiments with the money I earn. So basically, hypothetically, if I earn $2 billion a year, I want to keep for myself $750,000 a year for myself, $750,000 a year for who will be my husband by then, Luigi. So Luigi and I will have each $750,000 a year to enjoy for luxuries and living. The rest of it will go towards science fair experiments like how to harness lightning, but it's not just going to be science fair, it's going to be practical. We want to harness the power of lightning for electrical generation. We want to clean up the environment, clean up the plastics in the ocean that the fish and the birds are eating and getting sick and dying on. We want to find a solution to climate change and global warming, which is a big problem. And there's just a whole myriad of things I want to do before I die. I'm now 45. I'm way behind the 8 ball. But I'm hoping I'll live a long life and I'll be able to serve mankind. And basically, thanks goes to Centrelink and Housing Department for supplying me with the basics. But one day I'll pay it all back. One day I'll pay it back so many times you won't see what I've consumed in my lifetime that I've been on this support payment. Oh well, I guess I better go then. That's my 2 cents for the day.